person.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get the Wi-Fi for in here too. I gotta be careful with it. Well, we ain't got no, nothing that'll filter out my thing so people won't hop in. 6 of your friends are live. Invite them to go live together.
Just when we're at 20-25 minutes.
That works. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just randomly have our little conversation. Nobody's in there yet though. Give me some taps while I'm putting this box. Oh, I'm stupid. Then you can't do music.
Ooh.
Clearwater Beach, Florida.
That's exactly why I should have brought my laptop.
This guy is...
Come on, you should be at the top.
Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for liking my live, girl. Not the hey girl bag. Oh, shoot. You good. I'm sure your fingers gotta work out.
Girl. They'll get to 500 in a minute.
And then we just start talking, because that's what we can use for the podcast. All right. Having your own business.
Wait, God joined. Hi, God.
Hello. Having your business is amazing. Oh, I gotta get a fan too. I just be too hot in here.
Hey, dude.
You can play music. Yeah. You can go ahead and play music. So yeah, I guess this part of your own business is fun. The moving and restarting part. Because you've grown too much. It is hot in here. I do need to get a fan for in here. Let's see. Hey everyone, good morning. What you guys got going on today? So, I have moved into my new suite. So Melanin Glo by Janae has a new home. And we are just building up my new home. I got you the color. Oh. But yeah, we're building up my new business that I started about a year ago. So I'm extremely happy about my growth. I really didn't think that I would be booming like this just a year later. And it was bittersweet leaving my startup spot. But I just know there's so much in store for me, and I met my purpose over there already. And once you reach your purpose somewhere, in order for you to grow, you have to move and do things that are uncomfortable, like start over. So some of my business goals for the year are obviously to attract new clientele. I'm in a new area over here, so that's going to be the biggest thing. I would like a more diverse clientele, because the area I was in first, it was just set to a certain type, and I just want to expand that. So let's see how many folks we got in here. We got 2 in the live. Hey, good morning. Give me some likes and share. We're just going over little things that I accomplished over the year with my business. Why am I struggling with this right now?
Girl, well, first flip it to where you have the pull tab facing you.
Yeah,
Right here.
this one?
You got that? Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're putting together, because I have gotten a bigger room now. So we're just putting together some dressers for my esthetician space.
That's not the right thing.
I got my best friend here with me.
Hey, y'all.
This is Jen.
Good morning.
She helps with all my financial and business decisions. So, what is the main thing you think when it comes to opening a business?
Planning.
Planning.
You have to have a plan.
Okay.
Everything in life, especially with finances, it's all about a plan. You have to know your expenses. You have to know what you're
Coming out amazing. Thank you, Taylor. It is. I'm excited. My bad, Jen. We're just in here talking about the business and, introduction to me. I haven't got on exactly what I do yet, but, just talking about the move to the new suite and whatnot. But yes, planning is the first step.
Definitely planning.
In any business.
Yeah, you have to have a plan. That way you know what you need to do to reach your goals. Like, can't just be out here just starting and throwing things together, because that's when it gets confusing. That's when you get stressed out. That's when you feel like nothing's working. I need to give up, blah, blah, blah. So the first thing is get you a piece of paper, write down something, and start planning.
And actually write it down, because even, I know we have technology and phones have notes and stuff, but writing down that type of information, it helps you to retain, and I feel like it pushes more of the goal, to be honest, when you write things down. Nothing wrong with writing things down.
But yeah, main thing is plan, do your research, figure out how much you need, what type of business you're starting. Like, are you planning on, getting grants, getting loans to expand and build your space? Are you planning on, just which avenue you're going to start everything up? What type of education, certifications, certificates, what do you need? What licenses,
Laws
just
within the
depending
state.
right.
Yeah, there's
Research
a lot
laws in the
into
state.
it.
Like, look into different things so that way you're not, stressing out about it.
Facts. So more about my business, Melanin Glo by Janae. So I went to school to be an esthetician originally. That was now 3 years ago. I had a bad experience at my first school. It was horrible. Which they always say cosmetology school, you're going to go through some crazy stuff. Hey, Tran! I had a crazy experience at my first school. I literally was 200 credits, which here in Texas it's 750 hours that I needed for the esthetician course. So I was about 200 credits away. I had some issues at the school. I wasn't learning anything either. Obviously, I'm not going to call the school out, but they know who they are. I went and started over completely, and it was really tough going through it at the time. But when I say like it helped to build me to where I'm at now, so esthetician, I do, well, my scope here in Texas, because it is different in different states. I do full body waxing, so face, brows, well, brows, duh, on your face, nose, Brazilians, underarms, legs, arms, all of that. I specialize in Brazilians. Most of the time, on average, I have about 2 to 3 Brazilians a day. And then next one is facials. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Make sure you give some likes, show some love, share. Facials. Becoming an esthetician, I really only wanted to do waxing. I had no idea really about the other stuff incorporated with it, or not like a huge idea of what was going on. But I came to love facials. I absolutely love facials. So facials is the second level. Also here in Texas, I do brows. That's another part of my scope. And the last thing will be lashes. Now, I am not a fan of doing lashes. I can do it, I can teach you. However, I'm not going to be doing lashes in here. So I did just recently go back to school, and I decided I wanted to get my license as a manicurist. So I do the nail tech thing now as well. That's something I was passionate about when I was younger, and I just kind of put it on pause because, you know, some families, they feel like, oh, you're going to do nails, you're going to do this. They feel like there's no money or no future in it. And had I done it back then when I was 18, when I wanted to, I can't imagine where I'd be now. But everything happens for a reason. I went down my certain journey and my path for a reason. Because had I not, I wouldn't have had my military and my VA benefits to pay for my schooling. Especially with having to start over. So that was a blessing in itself because school is not cheap. So the program was about 10 months, or would it took about 10 months, and then the nail program here in Texas is about 6 months. So right now, obviously, we're building up. I just moved to my new suite, and we are getting it all together. So this suite is actually like 4 times bigger than when I first started. I'll give y'all a better view once we kind of get it cleaned up in here. It's been a busy week, so we're just trying to get things going. But yes, a business plan, that was the biggest thing, and I kind of had to do it as I went along. Being in this industry too, cosmetology, it's a lot of women. Women can be catty. So my mentality is always being a girl's girl, always supporting others. Now I've learned not to expect myself out of anyone else. Like, that's just life in general. I cannot expect anyone to do what I would do. People are going to be who they are. But for me, that is the quality I carry. I'm so big on everybody growing. There's enough money out here to be made, especially in the cosmetology field. So if you haven't looked into it, or you don't know what career path you want to do, look into cosmetology. Like, beauty industry, there's always money to be made. So I don't believe in gatekeeping or any of that. I also am an instructor at a beauty school. So I have my own business, and then I instruct the esthetician class. I'm big on that with my students. I want my students to be bigger than me. I want them to be better than me. So I'm big on no gatekeeping. I just feel like there's just too much out here for all of us to make off with. You ask me advice, you ask me tips. I'm going to show you everything I know, and then I'm going to encourage you to dig deep into yourself and learn something new every day. That is definitely a goal of mine is what I teach my students. If I don't learn one thing a day, then I'm not doing enough. I at the least, have to learn one new fact or something new a day that's gonna help me grow.
Just missing one of these black things.
Which one?
You don't have another flat black one?
I saw one. I did see one. Y'all know sometimes Amazon don't send all the pieces to stuff, so.
I think you doubled any of them.
No, I'm pretty sure we did.
If I doubled this one.
This dresser is going to be way bigger than I thought. Love the nail. Thanks, Trin. I actually let one of the students do it because I was just being lazy. But I got to throw my little birthday charms on there.
I doubled it. It was my fault.
Oh, okay, you found it. Yeah, I'm going to throw my little Aquarius charms on because I actually have my photo shoot tonight, my birthday photo shoot. So I'll probably go live when I'm getting my makeup done and getting ready for that. Trin said, hey, Jen.
Hey.
I wasn't about to yell her government on here, but I was like, if I say Trin, then she going to know which Trin I'm talking about. And Trin been traveling the world.
Hey, boo. I see you out here living your best life. I love it.
Life. I'm so proud of you. Like, I know we don't get to talk every day, but anytime we get together and we do talk, it's like we didn't miss a step. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Y'all give me some more likes. Welcome to the live. We're just talking about business, my esthetician business. Basically how I got here, what else I do as an instructor at the beauty school.
Was there instructions or I need to pull it on my phone?
There was actually no instructions. Amazon is so good for that. We are building stuff. So we're going to engage with everyone, but we are building stuff because my suite has to be done today. Like, we've been messing around with it for a few days now, but I'm taking new clients February 1st. So Saturday is kind of my grand opening here. I've been taking my my regular clients here because, you know, they don't care that I'm under construction or whatnot. But yes, please just hit the, give me some hearts, hit that share on there. We can get some topics going. If you guys have any questions as far as business or cosmetology field or anything like that, just drop it in the comment box. But yeah, I'm so excited for my birthday shoot tonight. And so I'm going to finish the nails. Like, my student did them, but I'm going to add some little Aquarius charms. Make them nice and cute. That's what I'm going to work on once we're done in here. Well, actually, we're going to Hobby Lobby too, because we want to make sure everything in here is perfect and see what else we need. Alright, but it really did not come with instructions in the box. They
Girl,
just
I
said,
feel like lately they just don't anymore.
At least it did have the tools. I'll say that's one thing that they
this is W line. It ain't. This is an Amazon.
Oh.
But some of these stores, it's like.
You know what?
Y'all trying to be cheap.
It has a screwdriver. Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
So it does have the screwdriver and the, what's it called on there. Cool. They at least gave us the tools. Oh, hey, James. Look at James. Our friend James that made it into the chat.
Hey, James.
Hey, James. Give me some likes and share. What you been up to, James? He said, good, and you? Good, had a busy weekend. It's been a busy few days. Just getting the suite together is what I was letting everybody know. Yep. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, Billy. I didn't even see you send me a guest request, boo. Let me add you in there. Hey, boo. My day is going good, James. We're just trying to do the final touches to my suite, so we can get things popping. My grand opening is on Saturday, so I want to make sure everything's in place. Hey, my favorite.
Yeah.
So we definitely got to go live tonight, or when you're doing my makeup for the photo shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna go live because I'm taking some clips from all this for the podcast too. So,
Wow.
James, are you gonna Did you subscribe to my channel on YouTube? I should have said it backwards. To you. You just sitting at work putting on makeup.
Don't I always?
So yes, my
Girl, there are
plan.
instructions. They right here. I was like, ain't no way they didn't give us
Oh
instructions.
goodness.
Because I couldn't find them to download, and it says instructions in the bottom.
All right, so sis, introduce yourself to the live, and then give your description of what a girl's girl is to you.
Oh, okay.
And this is going in the podcast. So.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So, of course, I'm Stormy, but I think, what is my dang on TikTok? I think it's like Asian. No. It is Queen Billy, but
And make sure you guys go and follow Queen Billy.
I will put it in the chat of how it is, if so. What is a girl's girl to me? Look, I only got a couple of them, but it's been the same circle.
Same circle of friends.
Same circle of friends, because nobody can handle the truth for being a girl's girl. Some, I feel like, cannot. But I guess you can say, yes. And that's not what it is. Like, I feel like if you're a girl's girl, you support your girls no matter what. Being crazy, being sad, at the end of it all, if you're a girl's girl, then I feel like you should be, at least to me, because I'm a girl's girl, but I'm a girl's girl to my girls. Like, there's definitely a lot of other hating, but when it's my girls, I'm definitely gonna protect my girls. So that's always been me, and everybody knows I will tell you how it is no matter what. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, you're gonna have to find that one out. But I don't know. It's just, I guess, trusting. You just have to have trust. That's really what it is. If you don't have trust for pretty much who you are saying that you're a girls with, then nobody can really help you but yourself.
Exactly.
You
So,
have to be open.
question. You go out to eat dinner. You see one of your homegirls, man, with another chicken dinner. What you doing?
Let's see. Depending how close that girl is, though.
Yeah, for real. No, I've messed up friendships going back and saying,
Exactly.
hey,
So depending on
they stayed with
if
him and
we
then they were
know.
married.
Exactly. So if we know that that's how he is, then I'm probably just gonna mind my business because you ain't gonna go nowhere.
I might even just wave and keep it moving.
I swear I will, because then he's gonna probably mess up and just say, did you see or talk to so and so?
And tell
And
them.
be like, I don't know, what'd she tell you? So if we already know that your man's going around and you ain't gonna leave him, I'm not gonna ruin your little happiness and be like, hey, I seen him again.
No,
But if it's somebody that I know, that I'm like, you is all in for your man and he's all in for you and vice versa, all of that, I'd be like, have you talked to your man? Because I did see him, because it could just be just a little, oh, well, I know he's out, because we all know my man's a whore. So he hangs out with a lot of females. So that's nothing new.
Someone came back to you, you just be like, okay.
But he's a whore because
I
he
saw
just
him,
has
I'm
a
beating him
lot of
up.
female friends.
I'm beating
So
him
let's
up if it looks
preface that.
questionable. But I know he
Exactly.
beats her up. So if it's
Exactly.
questionable, I'm beating
Because
him and her up.
exactly. Because mine's hang out with too many females. But not, he's not gonna cheat. He just prefers female friends than having guy friends. But I just know that. I just call him a whore
Just
because I
like some of
call him a
us.
whore.
Yeah. Just like some of us
Exactly.
women. We prefer the male friends over the female friends because sometimes it is, I don't like feeling, well, I don't feel competition. There's no competition. I'm my own person. You're your own person. So when people feel like they have to compete, there's no reason. I'm already at a level up here. Like, that's not to my own horn. It's just saying there's no reason for it. So,
Exactly.
yeah, definitely. And that's the issue with some catty women. Like, it's always, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Why can't we just be good together? Why can't we uplift each other together?
Exactly.
Exactly. But, and then, we're always the happy girls. Girls are the ones that they hate the most. And
And
it's
that's
like,
why
I'm just trying to
our
help everybody
circle is our
grow.
circle.
I want us all to win. So why are you going against me?
Exactly. That's why our circle is our circle, because we be the ones that's always happy. And it be them depressing that always trying to stir up something.
Exactly. We're not doing that.
Exactly. Exactly.
We are not doing that.
Exactly.
So I am excited. So yeah, you need to get on your makeup business journey. I'm
I
gonna need
really do.
to.
I really do. I was debating if I wanted to do something not extra, but a little extra on my face. I just did eyebrows just now, but I need to do other stuff.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining. If you could give me some likes and share the live, that would be great. Right now, we're just talking about my business, how I got here as Melanin Glo, and me being an instructor at a beauty school. And then our topic has been girls. And what does a girl mean to you? I got my little guest in here, Miss Stormy. What did we say your name was on here?
Look, hold on, let me check it because it's
Make
on.
sure you go and follow her as well. I'm pushing her to get on live more and get out there and show her makeup, because that girl can do some makeup. And I said one day we're all just gonna own a whole bunch of suites, buildings with suites in it, so we can, run our businesses, but then get other people too. Yes. So just give me some hearts and likes and share the live so we can get some more engagement going on. Hey, girl.
Kayla, be quiet. Oh, crybabies.
Oh my goodness, is he crying because he heard our voice? Oh, she went offline. She went offline. Just give me some likes, share the live. If you guys have any questions as far as my business, Melanin Glo, and as far as me being an esthetician instructor, just drop them there in the comments. Okay, here she goes. She's back.
My bad.
She made it back. Whose number is this? I'm not even. I'll look at that after the live. I don't even know whose number that is. Okay. I've been getting a whole bunch of random numbers hit me up today, but I mean, I know because it's my birthday. Oh, yeah, it's big Aquarius, January 28th. So I get to do all this wonderful stuff on my birthday. but it's the best birthday present ever. My best friend being here was the best birthday present ever. I have a question. Many wonder, does waxing hurt and is it good for you? Okay, so waxing, it is going to be a little spicy. However, it is really good in the long run because you know when you are shaving. So shaving, you have a tendency to get a lot of the razor bumps and all of that. Goodness, my phone is going ham. I should have put it on D&D before we jumped in here. And with the waxing, it takes a lot longer for the hair to grow back. For Brazilians, for example, you would just come in every 4 to 5 weeks because we actually pull the hair at the root versus shaving where you are just removing the hair at the surface. And a lot of times because you're doing the shaving and or something like Nair, anything like that, it's just taking it from the surface. So when it grows back, it grows kind of sharp, the hair is sharp, and that's what causes it sometimes to curl back in and do like an ingrown type of thing. So waxing is really good for you. And then after a while, honestly, you can see a difference in waxing for like maybe 3 or 4 months to where you realize that your hair is getting thinner and it grows back less. So did it take you about that long? I've been waxing for a long time.
So my waxing experience, to be honest with you, I would never shave my kitty ever again. Okay, because whenever you shave, like she was saying, you get ingrowns, you get hair bumps, razor bumps. I feel like no matter what I did, like that was always happening.
Yeah.
You know, but when you wax, for me personally, I laugh. She'll tell you, she just did my wax. I don't like, it's not painful to me.
Yeah.
Like I was laughing.
It's not painful to me, but then again, me and you like pain.
Yeah, that's true.
Sis.
We're a little weird. A little bit
I'm not
weird.
high tolerant, but no, I don't like pain. So I've gotten to my body is trained to the point that I literally could go 2 months without waxing, but I'll still go every month. Or I don't. Sometimes I'll do it myself. Or my other cosmetology buddy, she'll do it for me. Oh well, mine is the heat from the wax. Yes. So some waxes, especially when you're starting, because your anxiety is all the way up already. So your body, your hormones, your nerves, everything is all over the place. So sometimes the wax does feel way warmer than it needs to be, especially when you get to that bottom strip, the last strip. Usually it is a little more spicy and a lot more heat back there. But that would be the job of the esthetician, that they should be testing the wax properly anyway, to keep from burning you. But some of the waxes, it does seem hot, but I promise we're not burning you on purpose.
And there's things y'all can do before a wax. So like when I first started waxing, I was told like to like soak in a warm tub, exfoliate, and then if you do have like a really low pain tolerance, go ahead and pop like an ibuprofen or pop
and drink water.
Now there are some people who literally do things like that. What is that dermoclast stuff? Like when you have babies and they spray to numb you.
Yeah, there's
people who spray to numb
themselves.
There are.
Wax.
I don't think they need to do that. I feel like if you need to do that, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
You shouldn't be waxing. Yeah.
But that is an option. But definitely the whole routine of, you know, taking either a warm bath or a warm shower and exfoliating before your appointment.
Yes.
You know, no, you should be exfoliating, you know, your kitty anyway. Okay? Like
exfoliation is so important.
Right. People think, oh, let me just get some little, whatever you use to wash yourself. We're not going to debate on that. But you should be exfoliating anyway. You know, hair grows down there. And if you don't exfoliate and that dead skin's on top, you know, like she said, you know, you can have your hair curl in, you can have ingrowns, like it's just, you know.
Yeah, and exfoliating goes for everywhere, even underarms, because underarm waxes, I do a lot of those, but exfoliate everywhere. And you can exfoliate, I mean, I do, technically you can do somewhere between 3 to 5 days a week, you can exfoliate, and it's safe. Exfoliating is part of my routine all the time. Mm-hmm. So exfoliation, it does help with that as well. And then like she said, you can take pop some ibuprofen, any type of pain meds prior to, if you're someone who is just not tolerant on pain. I would say I don't have anyone who it's just been a crazy or bad experience. I do have a friend that she was just traumatized from getting waxes before. So my waxes with her, we do like hour sessions because she does need a little more time. But even with her, she's like, I'm never going back to waxing. And she comes from Houston to get a wax from me. So she drives her like 2.5 hours to see me because she trusts me with those. And she's become really comfortable with me. So we just find you the right esthetician. And
That
it's
goes for
all.
some guys too.
Oh
Guys.
yes, I do wax males. I do wax males too. And same things goes for that exfoliation, like all of that.
And just be open and honest. When you go get a wax, just tell them, this is my first appointment.
Yeah.
Tell them. You know what I'm saying? Just like literally say, because they can walk you through the steps. Like, see, for me and with Janae, I'm like, you don't have to tell me what you're doing. Just
with the regulars, they just hop in and we start talking.
Make her bald. Yes. But like, if it's your first wax, just open your mouth and just say it to them. Just say, hey, this is my first wax.
Look, Jen, not necessarily open your mouth, but
But yeah, and if you have the right esthetician, like you'll be good, you'll be taken care of. So just find the right esthetician in your area and you'll be golden. Like it's all about, for me, it's about the comfort of my client. Like I may have a client who they can hop on the bed, we can do their wax in like 7 to 10 minutes because they're used to that. Or I might have a client who, hey, they hop in the bed, it takes us an hour, and I'm okay with that because for me as an esthetician, it's about the comfort of my client. And that's what's going to keep them coming back. And that's on any service I do. I'm all about what's comfortable for you, and we're going to find a meeting place to where I can help you with that. So that's my big thing on waxes and, well, all the services in general.
Yeah. And if you have first-time client, if you're the SD and you have a first-time client, just tell them what you're doing.
Yep.
Even if it sounds stupid to you or repetitive to you, you just tell them. You tell them, like, listen, I got the wax now, I'm just cooling it off a little bit, I'm going to put it right here. Like, you know, before you take it off, listen, you know, I'm going to rip this off right here, take a deep breath.
You walk them through.
You walk them through. Like, you just literally walk them through it. Get them comfortable and you're good.
I would say I've had a handful of people that it was their first time getting a wax, whether it be male or female. I've had a lot of them that it was like it's their first time. They don't know what to expect. For me, just you walk them through. That's the easiest thing. Walk them through, give them the steps, let them know. And like you said, even if it sounds, you feel like it sounds stupid, it's not.
It's not because it's their first time.
Yep.
You might have done hundreds of waxes, but if that's that person's first time, like they're literally, you know, they're a beginner. Like they have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah. And you want them to have the best experience so they do return. Because with waxing, typically you have clients, they're going to come 4 to 5 weeks on average is what wax clients do.
Right.
So you want to build that with them and make sure that they are comfortable. Or they're just going to go to the next person, or they're just not going to do it anymore.
For real.
If they have a bad first experience.
Because I will pay more. I will pay more for a wax. The lady that I go to, so I don't live here. If I lived here, Janae would wax me all the time. But like back home in Florida, the lady I go to, you know, she is higher than everybody else in that area, but just how quick she is, her professionalism, how clean she gets it. She goes in with a tweezer afterwards. Like, European Wax Center could never.
Yeah. But yeah, that about sums up that wax question. What other questions do we have? Hey everyone, thanks for joining. If you could just share the live and then give me some love, give me some likes, tap that screen, tap, tap, tap. Tap right there. Give me some extra love. That would be great.
We're in here to show her all the love. It's her birthday today, y'all.
Yes, and
it is her birthday.
So I'm big on engagement. So basically, I like to get in here and chat with everyone who's in there. If you got questions or making some new friends, get on here, follow each other, make some friends because I'm all about growth. All right. So I guess I can jump on to life as an instructor. So I have only been instructing since June of 2024. I never planned on it. It was actually a surprise to me when I got like the text message from the owners. The new owners of the school I work at, they actually were instructors when I went there. So when they hit me up and they're like, hey, are you interested in teaching? It was really a shock to me, and honestly, I never thought about teaching. I felt like I didn't have the patience. I just felt like, oh, why am I going to want to teach? And it ended up being like the best decision I could have ever made. Like when I say I live for it, I love my students. I've had some challenges, but it's nothing too crazy. And the most rewarding thing is them saying, like, thanks, Miss Janae. I really didn't understand. You just took that time and effort to really make me feel like great about myself, and you pushed me. So I've had a lot of graduates under me, and I feel like that's so rewarding. And my students, for me, even last night, I love them to death. They literally brought me, because they did, I guess, like a little pre-birthday, and it was something so small. They got me pizza. They surprised me with the little nothing bundt cakes, and they had a huge variety. Like, it was just the sweetest thing. And then when my students gift me, just the thank you is the biggest thing, knowing that I'm making a difference for someone. My goal as an instructor, things that I didn't learn at my prior school or things that I didn't like, different situations I went through, my goal was to make sure that nobody under me would ever go through that. So I just strive to, that's another way that I incorporate being a girl's girl. We take men at the beauty school too, so, but it's mainly women that I do come across. But that's another thing about being a girl's girl for me, is helping others to grow in something that they're really passionate about. If you're super passionate about it, I have no issues sitting there teaching you, helping you. You can text me and call me any hour of the day if you're that passionate. Like, I've had some of my girls ask, can they like shadow me and do all this? Of course you can, because I want you to be great. I want you to be better than me. So that's that goal there. What else we got? What's everybody doing? Oh, right now I think we only got James and Billy in the chat. I think.
I just want y'all to know I'm horrible at building things.
Oh, let's trade.
I got this. This is the easy part.
So you can give me some likes anyway. Let's trade. If I need my other phone.
Honestly, Janae, because you're good at building stuff, this part I know how to do.
Oh, I know you're not gonna do. Yeah, I'll do the bottom part.
Y'all
yes,
listen,
I'm Bob the Builder too.
I'm ashamed to say, Janae has put a transmission in a car. I don't even build office chairs. Like, I pay the extra $50 to have somebody build a $100 chair. Like,
oh yeah, no, I'm gonna pull something up. Luckily, I've dated mechanics and stuff, so I've learned a lot. I've been spoiled. I haven't had to fix anything in a while, but since he's in Florida and I'm here, I have to fix everything by myself now, and I'm just like, I haven't had to do this in like 5 years, so why am I doing this? I'll call my brothers to come help once in a while, but I'm one of those, if I want something done, I need it done like right there. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to build and fix my stuff for real. So, yes, I'm Bob the Builder. I'm going to do it all.
I'm back. I had to be an adult and be on a call.
Oh, adult life. Isn't it nice to work?
I was like, let me just hit the mute button. I'll be back.
And the button took you off of here. Oh man, I know this weekend we did talk about it. What is your goal for the next month?
Next month.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna start looking at houses, because soon enough I have to get rid of the one that I'm in. So I think I'm just gonna see what I need to do of getting to the step of getting in a house. Either if it's like rent to own, trying to own, or something bigger. Just knowing what am I trying to look for? Not necessarily the procedures, but the steps in the process. Yeah. To know.
The good thing about that is Miss Jen here, she's got all the tips, because she's gonna help me. That's one of the main.
And we all know that me and you have to be at least close, and the kids have to go to the same school.
Yes, we have to be within a certain radius of each other. So yeah, guys, our houses have to be built very close to each other.
Very.
So, that's where Jen comes into play. So my bestie has been a homeowner for a minute. Like that was her goal. When I say she is one of my most business driven, like go getting friends ever. Like I aspire to be like her. I'm like, man, I'm trying to live like you. I want my own house. I want this. And yeah, she accomplished that. When she sets a goal, she is not playing. She's getting it done.
Period.
So what was
Hell
your
or high
home
water,
buying-
honey.
What was your home buying process like? And she lives in Florida too, at that. And in Tampa, like big money.
Money ain't there for you. It's there though. It's there. So I would say the very first thing is you have to really know what you want, because this is not just some apartment that you're gonna be able to get out of easily when the lease is up. You know, like if you plan on like selling and moving, that, you know, it's a process there. It's a lot of things to do. So my main thing was when I buy this home, I at least want this be something that I'm comfortable with for like 5 years, right? So I have a couple of requirements because I do live in Florida. My very first week in Florida, we had like one of the worst hurricanes that has hit Florida, and I didn't have power for 13 days, okay? 13 days, no power. So my number one thing was I did not want to live in a flood zone. And then I also did not want, I wanted to be on an emergency grid. So I don't know if that really affects you guys here in Texas a lot, because I don't know if you know as far as like the power and stuff goes, but in Florida we lose power a lot due to hurricanes. So when you're on an emergency grid, it's either you live like by a fire station, a school, some sort of medical building that has to stay open, like things like that. So
that's how we are now.
Right.
We are on a grid because I can't do that without.
So I don't lose power.
Yeah.
Like my power might cut out for 5 seconds and then it jumps right back on. Like
that's
I don't.
Definitely us through our stuff. Yeah,
right, and that was one of the biggest things for me. Was just that, and then figuring out what I wanted. I was single at the time when I bought the house, but I was thinking about resale value. So I wanted a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. You know, definitely a garage. There were very specific things, you know, that I wanted. And thankfully at that time, I had a plan in place. Like me and one of my other best friends, we were roomies together for like a year and a half. So I was able to save a year and a half's worth of money, you know, on top of the other money I had saved. But, you know, it's just really planning and execution. Like you have to know what you want. You have to know, you know, the specifics of it. You don't just want to go into a home buying experience like, oh, I don't know. Like, no, you need to know the bedrooms. You need to know the bathrooms. You need to know the area. If you have children, you know, I don't have any children. So for me, I didn't have to look at, oh, is this school? Okay. You know, now it's a different situation because now, you know, when me and my man buy the next house, like he has kids. So that would be something I would consider like, okay, is it a good school zone? Is it a good area for kids? A good neighborhood? For me, it was the commute to get to where I'm going. So I'm actually like right off of the expressway, in between major highways and everything. Yeah. Right. And then once you've decided all that, it's getting a good realtor, getting a good mortgage broker, you know, just making sure that you have good people in place. I'm not saying that you can't get somebody that just started off, but you do want to get somebody that you see is like in tune to your wants and needs and everything. Like my agent, you know, because in my home buying experience, I really didn't have anyone, you know, around me that I just went through that experience. So I really there were things that I fumbled on, you know, so there were things that I wish that I would have like looked into more as far as like the programs and everything. So when you're going to buy a home, don't rush. Look at the programs in your area, see who's offering any type of matching for anything. If they're doing the closing costs, if they're doing this, even if it's a free inspection, inspections are $400 to $600, depending on who you get, you know, just the littlest things, just make sure you look into it. So I would say the very, very, very first thing, let me back up a little bit. The very, very first thing is figuring out your finances and your credit score, okay? Mm-hmm. Transparent moment, very transparent, y'all. I used to have an amazing credit score. I let somebody mess it up. Stupid there. But when I bought my house, I only had a 620 credit score, okay? You can get approved for loans now with a 580 credit score, okay?
If you're in the military using VA, you literally can have a 550.
Yeah.
So just take that.
So don't feel like just because your credit score isn't in the 700s or, you know, up in the 800s, or it's not, you know, in the green when you're looking on things, you know, don't feel like you can't purchase the home. Now, another thing that comes with that, Credit Karma is a great, tool to use to kind of see where you're at. But one of the biggest things, like people think that it's accurate. Credit Karma is not accurate. You are not going to get an accurate score until you apply for a loan.
Yep.
So credit first thing, the amount of money you save is the second thing. I would never recommend anybody, even if you're not paying closing costs, even if you don't need a down payment, I would never recommend anybody to buy a home if they do not have 6 months of an emergency fund put to the side. Okay? The worst thing that you could possibly do is buy a home, there's unforeseen circumstances, now you lose your job, and now you're literally getting, kicked out of your house. Your house is going to foreclosure. Like it's just pace yourself. Make sure that your finances are on point. So never buy a home unless you have 6 months of an emergency fund. I don't care what anybody says. You could lose a job, you could hurt yourself. I was in a horrible car accident. I was on bed rest for like 6 months. Had I not had my emergency fund, I would have probably lost my house. Like people think that, you get hurt or you get out of a job, like it's just easy to come upon money. No, you have to like take care of yourself. Yeah. So credit score, emergency fund, even if you're not doing, whether it comes to like, there are some programs where there's no down payment. There are some programs where they cover closing costs. I feel like you should still have $10,000 in the bank to the side for things that happen.
For those emergencies.
For
life
emergencies.
Happens.
Yeah, life happens. Like you have to, don't rush into buying a home. A home, it's not a permanent decision because you can always sell, but it is a decision that if you're not financially stable, that it can hurt you so much in the long run. It can definitely hurt you. But I guess the next thing would just be, figuring out what your monthly payment is. The way that I became comfortable with my monthly payment, okay, I put what my monthly mortgage payment would be to the side every month for a year and a half in a separate savings account. So even though I was paying, and me and my friend, we split right at that time. So every single month I was putting, because I live in Florida, y'all. So as far as taxes, HOA, like whatever else is coming like out of your escrow account, it might typically be higher than wherever you're living. But I budgeted $2,000 a month for my mortgage and my HOA and my home expenses. So while I was saving money for the house, I put to the side $2,000 every single month as I was making a mortgage payment, because I wanted to make sure, okay, I can feel comfortable making this amount in a mortgage payment. So it's just really, like I said, just making sure that you're planning and getting things together. When you get approved for your loan, they will approve you for way more than what you probably even need. When I bought my house, I was approved for like $500,000. I do not need a $500,000 house. It was just me and my dog at the time. My goal was to stay under $200,000 for my house. I ended up finding a house for $199,000. It was negotiated down. When everything was said and done with the townhouse that I bought, I only paid $168,000. And like I said, you don't want to just go like above and beyond and sit here and just feel like, oh, because I got approved for a $500,000 loan, I'm going to get a $500,000 loan. Exactly. No, that's dumb. Because guess what? You get that $500,000 loan, your mortgage payment is now, probably a little bit under $3,000. Now your car, just messes up. Let's say you got to go buy a new car. Now you don't have money for that. You have to make sure that you're budgeting and doing things the right way. Because like I said, you don't want to get into your house and lose your house 6 months later. You don't want to do that at all.
That's why I'm so glad I at least know how to budget money.
Mm-hmm.
You literally know. I mean, I might not have the most of money, but I do know how to budget if I need to budget.
Right. And that's the thing, you don't have to have, when I started really saving money, I was honestly probably 17, 18 years old when I started saving money. I was making $7 an hour back then. When I say save money, you don't have to sit here and be, oh, let me save half of my paycheck. Even if you are just at the point to where you get in the habit of $25 a paycheck, putting it into a savings account, you're building habits. That way, whenever you elevate, you can say, you know what? Now that I have a higher paycheck, I'm not doing $25 a paycheck. I'm doing $50 a paycheck. Yeah. Now I'm doing $100 a paycheck. Now I'm doing $200 a paycheck.
It makes
You know, it makes a huge
because
difference.
that is how I did my Christmas shopping. Literally, my little $25 a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
I set that up, and then by Christmas time, I'm like, oh shoot, I can use this for the kids' Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, saving, especially if it's out of sight, out of mind. Mine just goes to a special savings account separate from my paychecks when they come to my bank account. And when you don't see it, you don't think about it.
And don't transfer.
Don't transfer.
The reason the money is there for saving.
For saving.
That's why when people have emergencies and then they're like screwed.
It's always
now
like,
you're sitting here
transfer.
putting everything on a credit card. You're sitting here doing this like you done ran out of money.
You have to act like that money
that money does not exist.
It doesn't exist.
I tell you right now, my money does not come out of my savings account. Like if there is a goal for me to save money, the money in my savings account right now is for an emergency fund. So if I don't have another emergency or something doesn't happen, like that money is not getting touched.
You're gonna figure
that
out
money is not getting touched.
You have to be really strong. Or not even really strong. Just, you
have to be disciplined.
You have to be disciplined.
It's discipline. You have to be financially disciplined. First, you have to become financially literate. You have to read. You have to speak to people who have good money habits. You have to develop a plan, like it is with anything. And even if the plan is as small as I'm going to go into my employer's, direct deposit, and I'm going to put 10% automatically into a savings account. You have to have a plan, because at the end of the day, there is no reason in this world. I feel like with the different amount of like hustles, the little different things you could do, you could Uber, you could DoorDash, you could babysit. There's so many different things you can do. I feel like there's no excuse for people saving money. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying you have to save $100 a paycheck. But there is no excuse that you can't put $25 a paycheck to the side. There is no excuse that you can't be like, let me not get this bottle for this weekend and put it in a savings account.
That bottle is double that 25.
Thank you. There is no excuse to why you can't say, you know what, kids, we're not going to McDonald's today.
We're gonna make McDonald's at home.
We're gonna make something at home. Yep. When people say they can't save, I think it's complete BS. I don't care your situation. I don't care if you have 10 kids. I don't care what the situation is. There is something that you spent money on that was not a necessity.
Exactly.
Period. Even with me working, I don't care how much money I have in the bank, right? I don't care. Right now, I don't have an income. Like, I haven't been working. It's really kind of been on and off for the last 2 years. Like, I haven't worked. And I have still paid my bills. Because at the end of the day, I've always been disciplined when it comes to my money. When I'm working, I get my lashes done, I get my nails done, I get my toes done. I do that all the time. I don't care how much money I have in my savings account. I'm not pulling out of any of my accounts that don't have anything coming in to get something even like that done, even though I have the money to do it. It's creating, you have to be disciplined.
Discipline is big. I think discipline in life in general, because even with the business, the money that I make, because people think when you have a business, it's like, oh, they're just making all this money. No, I still have to, pay for my supplies, the products that I use. Like, we just don't sit here and walk out and pocket. If a service was $100, I just don't walk out. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I can go shopping with $100. You have to be disciplined enough to, go put that money in the bank, put it in your business account, and use that towards your business. So discipline is so important when it comes to everything in life, to be honest. Let's see. So yeah, that was deep about the house buying, but yeah, that's goals. That's next goals.
Yes, like I said, first thing first, get your credit score together and start saving money.
Yep.
Start saving money. And when I say by get your credit score together, like I said, I bought my house with a credit score of a 620. But my debt to income ratio, my debt to income ratio was not high at the time. So, and of course, debt to income is you literally look at the debt that you have, whether it's cars, credit cards, whatever you have on your, credit report. You can go to annualcreditreport.com and you can get a free credit report, a free detailed
once a year.
Credit report once a year on there. And just start from there. And then the main thing, like I said, I know so many people who get approved for $500,000, $600,000, and they look for a $500,000 and $600,000 house. You don't need it.
Because then you're setting yourself up for failure at that point.
Yeah, definitely setting yourself up for failure. Definitely. Because I tell y'all right now, if I had not saved money and if I had not bought a house that I felt like was in, my budget or whatever, honestly, like what, in the last 6 years, I haven't worked like four out of these last 6 years.
Yeah.
COVID happened. My job, I was very upset at my job at that time. I just had a lot going on in life at the time. So around the time of COVID, I quit my job. I took like 2 years off. Still paid all my bills. When I had my car accident, unfortunately, I had just went back to work. I didn't have short-term disability. I was only there for 4 months. I didn't pay in the short term, so obviously don't have long-term. But I still had to pay my bills until I had my back surgery, until, everything came through with the lawsuit, with the lady that hit me. I had to pay my bills out of my emergency fund. So, yeah, definitely the start of the process is get your money together, get your credit score together, and figure out what you want and go from there. And so from there. But y'all, little tidbit, I am coming out with a book and I am going to start a whole financial series of, what I'm doing and how I got to where I'm at. Because one thing I will say, I will not give you advice on other stuff. My relationships might not be the best. My other things that I do might not be the best. But baby, when it comes to finances, like, you could pretty much ask me a question and I could.
Jenny from the block and stamp that.
Period. I could give you a plan. I could tell you what you need to do. But you got to follow the plan. A lot of people, they ask me for plans when it comes to, their finances and what they need to do to get to where they need to be, and they don't listen.
They don't follow through.
They don't listen. You have to listen.
If I'm going to give you the resources,
yes,
the best you could do.
The best you could do is listen. Because I will, and I will literally sit down. We will go over your budget. I will have you write down, so the way that I figure out my spending and what I'm able to do and what I'm able to use for a good probably month, I wrote down everything that I spent. I wrote down everything. And I really sat there and I said, okay, I spend too much money on this, I could cut down by doing this. I spend too much money on this, I could cut down by doing this. Now there are of course some non-negotiables. Like when I'm working and I have a steady income coming in, I get my lashes done, I get my hair done, I get my toes and my nails done, period. That is just one of the things I do. But I don't currently have an income coming in like right now, where, I'm just, spending. I have a little bit of income coming in from interest and, stocks and different things I invest in, but I don't have a regular steady, income every week or every 2 weeks. I don't care how much is in my savings. I will not get my lashes done if I don't have a regular income. You have to be disciplined. Definitely have to be disciplined. But yeah, y'all. Yes. It's just, like with everything in life, you have to plan and execute. Shout out to my military dad for putting that in my head at a young age.
When I say her daddy, he was on it. He did not play with them. That's why they are so successful.
My daddy does not play.
He does not.
You tell y'all, my daddy got so much money, he's still driving around in a 20-year-old car. Okay,
that'll be me.
Y'all know how Bill Gates.
Now I ain't gonna lie, gotta break it. I'm because one thing I'm gonna do is keep my vehicle.
Now I ain't gonna lie, y'all. With me, I have budgeted a car payment for the rest of my life because I'm not even gonna lie, I like driving something new. And I don't like unexpected repairs. So with me, I usually, even without a car accident, that's funny to me now. But even without a car accident, y'all, I get a new car every 3 years. I'm at the point where I'm probably gonna lease because I don't drive as much anymore, so I probably will lease a car. But like I said, it all depends on what you can afford and what you're budgeting for. That's what it comes down to.
Budget. All right.
Drive and play.
I've never seen that.
I'm probably just trying to look where you're still on
Oh,
there.
no, we're still here. Okay. Oh, I'm up to 3K likes. All right, thanks. Keep liking it. Thank you. All right, so we've touched on business. We've touched on, hey, depending on your state, what route you have to take in order to be able to get there. So schooling, things like that. Oh, great. Oh, you can tighten. I just got to put one more here, and you can actually tighten on the different parts. See? Bob the Builder here. So we have touched on business. Did we really look on why I got into it? I don't think I did semi. I always wanted to be in the cosmetology field. I literally, this one. Yeah, this one's the middle one. I literally wanted to go into the cosmetology field from the time I was like 17. I wanted to do nails back then. I have a strict family, so my family is from Panama. And the moment I told them at the age of 17, 18 that I wanted to do nails, to them, they do not take me seriously. Instead, with them, it's like, oh, you gotta be a doctor, you gotta do this. So I actually, to please my family, I took the route of going to school. I was gonna be a dentist. And you just keep ignoring me. No, I'm working, James. And we're talking about these good topics. So anyways, at the age of 17, 18, that's what I wanted. My family didn't approve of it. So I did what they wanted, went to school because I was going to be a dentist. That didn't work out for me. I got into a lot of trouble when I was in Florida. That's kind of how I ended up here. Here in the military, or trouble and military is what brought me to Texas, and I just kind of stayed over here. That's for a whole nother day on the trouble stuff. But I ended up joining the military because I was just trying to find myself, honestly, and I had been a single parent for so long. It was just me and my now 19-year-old. It was me and her, and then my other two came along. So I did the military thing. It still wasn't what I was passionate about. I am happy. I will not take that experience away, the Air Force experience. I was in the Air Force for 8 years. So I am grateful for that experience. However, I did get out based on my kids. I did deal with a lot of postpartum depression after having my son. So it wasn't for me anymore, and it was my time to separate. Once I got out, that's kind of when everything was like, all right, what do you want to do? And I came back and touched on, I want to go back into, or try to go into the cosmetology field and have my own business. So during the time I went to school, I did property management, which that's another topic for another time too, because I can get one of my homegirls on here for that, because she got me into property management. So property management, that was tough, and I knew that wasn't going to be it. In fact, the first time I went to school, they basically gave me the ultimatum when I finally was like, okay, I'm going back to school. I get my VA, military pays for me to go to school. I'm going back. They basically told me, oh, well, if that's more important to you, then we're just going to let you go. So they let me go that week. And the tow company that we were affiliated with the apartment complex that we worked with, I knew so many of them, so they actually hired me. And I literally was let go from that job on Friday. By Monday, I was starting at the tow company. Tow company, that's another topic because, there's so much going on in the tow world. That was an experience. I did that for 2 years, and when I say I got cussed out every day, you answer the phone at 6 in the morning and you a B word, and they want to kill your whole family. So imagine dealing with that for 2 years. But it works with my school schedule. So I made it happen. You got to sacrifice in life sometimes, and that was my sacrifice at the time. So last year, I left the tow company because the owner, he actually gave me just some words of wisdom and was like, you're starting your own business. You're going to thrive. Your business is your baby. We're going to be over here, but you're going to make it, and I need you to focus on your business. So if it wasn't for the owner pushing me, I wouldn't have been as pumped. I kind of still was just thrown out there because it was like I was at the tow company, and then bam, it's just here's your business. So it took a lot, and I built from the ground up. It was so much, but it is so worth it now that I look back at it. It's the best feeling, the best thing I could ever ask for. Is that Naya in the chat? Oh no, I thought that was her. No, she's not at work. Why didn't she join mine live? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna tell my daughter to come get in this live, because what is she doing? She should be in here and supporting me and all this. So yes, I am launching my podcast tonight. It will be released. It was something that I've been sitting on for a couple of months, especially in the last year. I've been through a lot. So I've been real more in tune with my spiritual side. I've just been a lot in tune with myself. I did a lot of shadow work, looked into me, dug into me, and it's just a lot I do have in store. I'm not going to tell you guys everything, but this was the opening for me is to start that podcast. I already accomplished doing my business, and I feel all right. I've grown. I've moved to my next suite. Now, what's the next thing on my list that I want to accomplish? So, next thing on the list is going to be that good old. Goodness, I swear, it's like they know I'm on the phone and now they want to blow me up. Our podcast launching tonight, my birthday, January 28th. I am most likely for the podcast going to take the snippets from here. My biggest topic, what I wanted to touch on, was being a business owner and being a girl's girl. So that's basically the topic of that. But now you gave me some bonuses of us talking about the houses and whatnot. So I'm going to add that into there. But yeah, so let's see what I got in here. Oh, I didn't even realize that.
What happened?
I didn't realize that Mika came in. Hey, everyone.
Joker's
hey,
in there.
Joker.
Hi,
Hey,
Joker.
You trying to hop in? We're talking about business. I'm launching my podcast tonight. So we've been talking about business. Me as an esthetician, how I got into this business. Oh, hey, Meek. Not you joining my live.
Ugh, I just
So, yeah, we talked about a few things like, my business, how I got here, how I've upgraded now to my next suite, what's next in line for me as an esthetician instructor. We got on about the importance and what you need to know, what's the main thing for a business, starting a business up. And then we also got on house buying because me and Miss Stormy, that is our goal. Another goal that we're working on for our family. Because me and her, we're a big family, so we got to live within the same vicinity because our kids have grown up together, and we're gonna keep it like that. But yes, launching my podcast tonight for my birthday. So, how do you keep growing and going? Oh, thank you, me. Thank you. So I guess you're not mad at me no more then. Thanks, Joker. I'm getting old. I'm catching you. But so I left from my very first suite. I started there a year ago, and You're right. You're not. I'm the old one here. You're seasoned. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna say that we're seasoned. I mean, I do feel old since I am a grandma, because G baby, he just turned a year. So I guess that makes me older than you then, since I do got a G baby. But yeah, I just not on not so. How could you not know?
He's something else.
That little man been around forever. He looked like a grown man too. Oh man. So yeah, I'm in here setting up my grand opening for the new Melanin home. Is going to be it's here in Harker Heights. So my grand opening is going to be on Saturday. I've been taking like my regular clients, but I've been under construction. As you can see, I was like, dang, I don't want to go live and my room's all messy, but hey, it's a work in progress and we all start somewhere. So we are putting everything together. That's the plan for today, is finishing up in my room. That way I can go ahead and hit this grand opening. I am on a different side of town, so I'm going to be shooting for different type, like a more diverse clientele. The location is great, and then it's so convenient because it's really close to the house, which I love. So close to the house, close to the school I teach at, everything is within the vicinity, so I love that. But yeah, so y'all make sure that you go ahead, if you aren't already following me on TikTok, you subscribe to all my links on my, I'm gonna say it backwards, TubeU. That's where my podcast is gonna be. I know when you try to pump up other platforms, they sometimes are like, So go ahead and follow me or subscribe to that. My Instagram, most of my pages are all the same. Melanin Glo by Janae. It makes it easy. I have a book face business page. I'm gonna start growing that soon. I'm not the biggest fan of building a business site on that platform. However, I'm gonna strive and get better at it. I have to. For podcast though, I'm gonna release that tonight, sometime between 9:30, 10:30 ish. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out there. But lots in store. We've already done. I've already completed so much for just the month of January in general, and I'm gonna keep growing and growing since I love. That's my saying right there. But let me see how long I've even been on here because we've really been going in. I think another topic I'm gonna touch on, because content, well, not today, but I've been getting into content creating. I just grew my followers on TikTok, honestly, within the last week. That was another goal. I was like, I gotta get on here. Like, the resources are here. It's too easy. So I've been networking with a lot of people. I've met a lot of good people on TikTok that now it's to the point we talk every day as if we've known each other forever. So let me see how long we've even been on here, because got so comfortable and just was on here going. All right.
Yeah, because I need you to just put the things in there and then I can type.
Cool. So about 4 more minutes and I'm gonna go ahead and hop off this live so we can finish up this room, because we gotta make some Hobby Lobby trips. We got a few things we gotta do before, we do my little birthday dinner tonight, and still got my photo shoot. So busy day. But y'all got on there, give me all the love, give me the likes, the loves, share it, because we've got about 3 minutes now before we head out for the day. I might try to go live while we're out at dinner, but I don't know. I don't want to get like flagged on here or anything, because I ain't trying to mess up going live and stuff, and I just started.
Yeah, because apparently I wasn't allowed to.
Oh yeah, they passed tobacco products. Yeah, they passed them, and I said, dang, not my first live, but I'm like, dang, they done got me, and they flagged it instantly. But we learned, and now we're gonna be careful with that. And I was like, I didn't even touch it, but yeah. So more great topics to come. My growth is going to be amazing. As my saying goes, glowing and growing. That is the deal. That's the goal for 2025. Like, there's no limit. That's why I got out here and said, hey, I'm about to get on TikTok and I'm gonna start going live. Hey, I want 1,000 followers, because at last week this time, I was at like 300 followers. But the goal was get on there. Even something I posted, it was along the lines of, even if it's cringy, even if it's what's it called? A trap. Damn, I lost the train of thought. Even if it's cringy, even if it's just you working out, even if it's you cooking, even if it's you doing nothing, if that's what you want to do, even if your family doesn't approve of it. Oh, my girl's in here. Hey, Alma. You came right in time. We got like 2 minutes before we're finna get off. That is one of my students. I ain't gonna say my favorite on the live, but that's my favorite student right there. I call her Thuggerella, because she be with the stuff for real. That girl is a whole pit bull. You can't mess with her. So, yeah, but that's basically what life is doing for me. It was a little whirlwind the first couple weeks of January, but you know what? It's what made me stronger. And when you're uncomfortable, you're doing things right.
You should talk about what's your theme gonna be inside your room.
So we are gonna go to Hobby Lobby to figure it out. We got a few ideas though. we're just gonna see if we find it. So I have a couple of ideas, but we're gonna see what we find at Hobby Lobby. Cause I'm trying to, I love black. Like it just gives that nice, calm aesthetic, the blacks and the browns and stuff. And I'm like, do I want to keep it? Cause even my logo is black and brown. It's got like a splash of some pink in there, a little bit of turquoise. But I love my dark colors. I'm trying to get in the habit. Because even now, like, I'm straight up black. Well, my pants are gray. That's only because my black pants were dirty. I'm straight up, like, black mode. So I need to change it up a little bit, be a little girly, and add some colors. So we're going to see what we end up finding at Hobby Lobby to finish the room off. But, all right, it looks like we've reached our time. We will probably try to hop on live at my little birthday dinner. We're just going to have to be careful because, they see drinks in there. They're going to be like,
Speaking of that, are you doing your makeup beforehand?
I should, huh?
That's what I was checking.
Okay, yep. I guess we're going to do makeup after the kids get out of school.
Yeah, we can do that. I thought the kids had, well, I know, let's see. Major has football practice, but I'm not taking him. And then ours have tutoring.
Okay.
Today's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. Oh shoot, Jeremiah sure does have tutoring. So.
And the girls don't have cheer practice. They changed it to Thursday. They just sent me that.
Okay, cool.
So
we'll work around
we can do it.
Yep, that way it's done before.
Yeah.
Yes, that works. Well, thank you everyone for hopping in the live. Have a good day. Like I said, we'll probably hop in when I'm doing my little makeup session, getting ready for my photo shoot, and then probably from the dinner. So I'll see you later, sister.
Bye.
Everyone, thank you who joined. Peace out from Melanin Glo.